adhesive tape which holds the device on the thigh. The second is the anti-slide mechanism, which prevents minor movements being transferred from the catheter into the bladder. And the third is what I call the seat belt. In cases of extreme pulling on the catheter, a cutting mechanism is engaged, which then cuts the catheter, deflates the balloon, and the Foley can be removed safely. Who are our competitors? Well, the main competitor is the StatLock, which is just a sticker with a clip that holds the catheter in place. You won't believe this is not the main competitor. The main competitor is actually, the pictures jumped. Well, the main competitor is actually tape. The majority of the patients I see coming to the clinic have tape holding the catheter in place. We shouldn't be using this in 2026. On the left side, on the right side here, you can see the past, and this is the future. This is the way it's supposed to look like. The market opportunity is huge. The global catheter market is $2.1 billion, and we believe that we can have a 5% market share within 3 years. We're currently with distributor agreements across the world, and our targets are hospitals, nursing care, and we're gradually increasing in time. You're more than welcome to see us here in our booth at Y106, and I'm more than happy to answer your questions.
Why do I feel like the men are applauding harder?
Both males and females.
So you said that your main competitor is tape. That's a really big competitor. So what's wrong with tape?
So I have the product in my pocket. I'm sorry, I put this down for a second in order to explain.
I can hold the mic for you.
So this part is in the bladder with the balloon inflated. Once you have the catheter pulling as you walk around, this causes the irritation and the pain. With the device, if I pull down on the catheter, I don't know if you see, none of the energy is transferred into the bladder. Tape can't do that.
But that's tape. That's just tape.
No, this is the anti-slide mechanism inside the device itself, preventing the energy from being transferred.
So you're saying if you have slack in the line and then you tape it, it's still going to pull the same way?
Exactly. So if you have a patient on a bed, let's say in the ICU, and he's transferred from one bed to another, a bag is caught on the side of the bed, they pull the catheter. It's very traumatic, and at 5% of the cases in ICU, patients with catheters get it dislodged. It's very traumatic.
5%.
And how does this compare cost-wise to tape?
So tape costs nothing. But I don't believe that we should be using tape in 2026. We've been using tape for 90 years.
We've also been using toilet paper for a long time.
Yes, but
It's
toilet
fine.
paper works. With a catheter in, I had a patient that came into my clinic last week. He visited the emergency department the night before and got a catheter due to retention. He couldn't walk straight. I put the device on. He walked out straight, happy, with no pain. The change is dramatic. The change is instant. I saw it with my own eyes a week ago. And I've been using this device on my patients for the last 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've had challenges with this issue with my father, who's got lots of other issues going on right now. But what is the state of the company again? Is it, are you...
So the device itself is FDA approved, CE approved.
Production is...
We've started selling it across the world. So we started selling it in... I'm sorry?
And the volume was, what was the volume for that sale?
So it's only initial. So we've only signed deals in Australia and Canada, and we have a few deals upcoming in Europe, and we're looking to enter the North American, United States area. We're looking for distributors in this market.
That would be through distribution. Okay, what is your biggest challenge right now that's is beyond the capital then?
We have 40 seconds.
So the main challenge is accepting change. We've been doing this for so long, trying to persuade doctors in the different fields, not just urology, ICU, internal medicine, geriatric medicine, long-term care, to start doing things differently. It's hard to sell quality of life. It's easy to sell when you tell the people making the decisions that it will save them money eventually, and I do believe it will.
Don't sell the innovation, sell the impact in life.
So unfortunately, people don't care about quality of life. Eventually, it comes down to the cent and the dollar. But if you look at catheter-associated urinary tract infections, which it will reduce, emergency department visits because of pain, because of blood in the urine, because of urinary tract infections, eventually the cost will be decreased because of with the use of this device.
And just very quickly, is this for daily usage? Can you reuse it? And what is the general cost for it?
So the catheter is usually replaced once a month. At the company, we recommend changing the device, not the catheter, just the device every 2 weeks, just because of the sticker issues. I've used it for longer than 2 weeks. I've had patients that were wearing it for a month without any problem. And the price changes. It's between $1 and $3, depends on the amount that the distributor orders.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr.
You can just pull it out.
Okay, so now help me welcome Ismael Orozco, CEO and founder of Snowfox RX LLC from Kissimmee, Florida. And very stylish suit, I have to say.
Let's go back to 2020. I remember hospitals running out of masks, gloves, sanitizer. Somehow, that problem still persists today, but it's in our medicine cabinet. Providers are scrambling for peptides, other medical supplies. But who benefits from that? The gray market. But who pays for the consequences? We do, with our lives. I worked as a behavioral case manager for 7 years. I saw what happens when providers don't have reliable access to medical products. My clients actually pay the price most of the time. That's why I created Snowfox RX. Snowfox RX is a compliance-first infrastructure for healthcare procurement. We verify providers and vendors in multiple categories, including highly regulated ones. The regulated market is a multi-billion-dollar market right now, and it's only growing. But what makes Snowfox RX so unique? Snowfox RX is not a marketplace, it's not a distributor. We don't even hold the products. We route demand to those verified vendors with qualified providers. We monitor them with multiple guardrails such as license, FDA warning letters, and more. We created a payment system that also does compliance at the transaction level. So not only during onboarding, but at checkout. This payment system allows a provider to purchase from multiple vendors with just one click, meaning one invoice, while every single vendor gets their payout. We profit from the business model, which is infrastructure fee and a transaction fee to the vendors, meaning we don't touch the wholesale price. When we build this, we want to make sure that it works. So we ran over $40,000 in test GMVs just to make sure that it actually worked. That made us go further, and we went ahead and made 3 patents regarding the system, because that's how much we believed. We believe that Snowfox RX can make this happen, can close that gap, and can give time back to the providers that they need, that they lost. By doing this, we create a healthy system between suppliers, providers, eventually impacting the lives of patients. But Snowfox RX is more than just procurement. We understand that a lot of these innovations here, like at WHX, they go through a lot of regulatory, through FDA, to get FDA approval. And that's just half the battle. Distribution, marketing, that's another struggle, and sometimes result in failure. That is us. Fortunately, we're not.
Execution ecosystem
Questions?
founders, smart capital, infrastructure partners.
What is your verification process to essentially establish that these are credible vendors or people that are procuring?
So we have about 9 guardrails. So from NPIs,
You're with this company?
FDA
You're
warning
with this
letters.
company?
We do multiple factors, making sure that both the provider and the vendors are compliant. So, and we do daily monitoring. So we have the technology, the SlideFox engine, essentially every day is making sure If, as well, if there's a recall, we will let the vendors know, and the system automatically blocks certain products.
I'm a little confused. Initially, it sounded like you were looking at helping also with direct access to patients where they're directly maybe getting compounded products without official channels or directly being able to.
So
Or
it's
is this
provider.
provider only?
Correct. So there's no patients here. It's just provider, B2B, basically from MDA to chiropractor and esthetician. And based on your licensing, it's the product that you can purchase. So obviously a chiropractor and esthetician won't be able to prescribe a GLP-1, for example.
So there's a concept of product market fit, right? So I'm sure you've heard that it's how well does the product fit the market, which is a different story. But I'm also very confused about what's called founder market fit. Like, how are you knowledgeable enough about the industry to found this? Like that's completely missing me right now.
Yes, so I come from behavioral health. That's my background, mental health. I work with a lot of providers, and I saw that aspect of, hey, I have different vendors, different sourcing that I have to go through, and I saw the struggle in that part. I'm not a doctor. I'm not claiming to ever to be a doctor. I was just able to assist them and see. And for me, my life has been about struggles and finding solutions, and this is me just giving back to them.
So maybe the next question is to know what is the biggest barrier for adoption that you have as of right now.
The biggest barrier in production, it will be convincing the big manufacturers. We are providing a platform for them. It doesn't cost them to sign up, to join in. And we're providing with them with compliance, verified providers instead of a random, hey, it just ended here. Because we never know when a license got revoked or anything. We're just making sure that, so for as a big manufacturer or distributor, we're giving you that seal of like, validity.
Thank you so much. Perfect. So now help me welcome Gino Volpi, CEO, CLU, Miami, Florida. Woo-hoo.